Let's be real for a second. You can spend hours learning words like departure and customs in a textbook. But when do they really stick? Not in class. They stick when you're in a giant airport, the signs are in a foreign language, and your gate is nowhere to be found. That's when your brain goes full-on survival mode, and that's real English learning. Today's story? A little panic, a little walking in circles, and a lot of useful English. Like this video. Subscribe if you're serious about learning through real stories. Let's get into it. Compass. My layover in Istanbul was supposed to be simple. 1 hour. 1 coffee. 1 gate change. That's it. But airports don't care about your plans. My flight landed late. I had only 42 minutes to catch my next one, to Berlin. I wasn't worried at first. The signs were clear, and the terminal looked modern. But I didn't realize one thing, I was in the wrong terminal. And Istanbul Airport? It's basically a small city. I started walking fast, following signs for international transfers. Then I saw a screen, Gate F23, final call. That was my gate. Panic started to crawl in. I followed the F signs. Escalators. More signs. A guy on a cart zoomed past. I asked someone, "Excuse me, where's gate F23? He said, "You must go downstairs, then train." Train? I hadn't even noticed there was a train. I followed the flow of people. Downstairs. Left turn. Found the little airport train. I got on, heart racing. 2 stops later, I jumped out and ran again. But something felt off. Suddenly, the gate numbers started going backwards. F14. F13. Then D2. I had gone the wrong way. I stopped, looked around, and realized I was alone in a corridor full of duty-free shops. No more passengers. Just perfume ads and quiet music. My flight was probably boarding. I turned around and sprinted. My backpack was bouncing, I was sweating, breathing hard. But I couldn't stop. Not here. Not now. I found an information desk. Gate F23, please, I asked. The woman looked at me calmly, clicked something, and said, "You must go through security again. Other terminal." My heart dropped. Again? I hadn't even bought anything. No water. No snack. No time. I ran to security. Shoes off. Laptop out. Backpack open. The scanner beeped. Of course it did. My keychain was the problem. I tossed it into the tray, grabbed everything, and ran barefoot for 3 seconds before I realized I needed my shoes. Finally, with everything back in place, I dashed toward F23. The screen said, "Boarding, last call." I reached the gate, sweating like I ran a marathon. The staff looked at me like I was late for a wedding. I handed over my boarding pass. Beep. It worked. I walked down the tunnel into the plane, found my seat, sat down, and just stared. I made it. No water. No snack. But I made it. And now? I'll never forget the words. Gate. Terminal. Transfer. And definitely. Final call. Let's break down what you just learned, not just the story, but the English. My heart dropped. I was sweating like I ran a marathon. I hadn't even noticed. It felt off. I dashed toward the gate. These are real phrases, natural English you can't get from a grammar app. And because you felt the stress with me in this story, you'll remember them. So, like this video if it helped you feel the language. Subscribe, we drop a story-based English lesson every single day. And tell me in the comments. Have you ever gotten lost while traveling? What happened? How did you get out of it? Let's share the chaos and learn from it together. See you in the next one.